Hi, my name is Trudy Tapscott, and I think that every parent at some point is curious about getting their kid into modeling. And by kid, I refer to children, children, let's say under the age of 12. And even newborns, people send pictures, they want their baby to be a model or do modeling. I encourage everyone to have their moral code. And my moral code is I wouldn't encourage your children to be in a business where their complete focus is on their exterior. I think there's, for me personally, I don't represent children models. I've never worked in a kids modeling agency. I think that it has to be a child that's, it's not just how a kid looks, it's really whether that kid can adapt and be safe in that world and not completely focused on getting their picture taken and all of those things. So it creates it's a different kind of a thing. Kids are pretty impressionable. So for me, I never really was interested in working in that area of the business. I will say that for parents that want to get their kids into modeling, like everything, get a great agent, but you need to be near a market and you're the full-time person. They obviously don't go to anything by themselves. You have to drive them everywhere. You go on a lot of auditions to get a job. It's a lot of work. Nobody advances you any money for your kid to be a model. So, it's much different than the adult business. And so parents usually become the driving force for their children in being child models. And if you're a successful child model, they go by sizes. So you can be small on the slight, usually a kid that's small for their age works more as a model. So it's kind of the opposite of the adult business. If a client books babies, they book maybe 8 babies on that day because you never know who's going to be in a good mood. So you don't know if your kid's going to be the one that gets it. You go to all the trouble and take everything and you go there and, your baby that day is in a bad mood, or is teething or whatever. There's a million different things that happen that a director or photographer have to keep in mind with children. And you have to keep your children occupied. They don't necessarily know that they're working, so it's a working thing. There are some excellent kids agents in Los Angeles and in New York, and I think that if you don't live in a huge city, you're not going to get huge rewards from children modeling in the business. The big jobs, the things that matter, all happen in big cities. So proceed with caution. I would say, you're obviously concerned about your child and their welfare. If they're not responding or adapting well, if they don't feel comfortable, if you're the one dragging them to do if they're not excited to do it, then maybe, wait or don't do it at all. Maybe it's not their thing. But proceed with caution. And, I think that children, you can see very early on whether it's something that they're really enjoying and having a good time. And that's the most important thing.